Well, I have found me a new place to walk and check out. This is just above Fort Worth, and it's a biking, hiking, running track. It follows along the rail line, as you can see. Now, I guess it's still in operation, but according to the description where I found this track on, it said that the line had stopped running in 1970. But as you could tell, it's in great upkeep, which means they still run it. So it said that there's many things to do along the way, and it is a 15.6 mile track, which I'm not planning on walking the entire length. The downside is there's no real place to park because it's not a park. It's just they made a track, a hiking trail alongside a railroad track. So, but yeah, if you want to come here, you have to find a parking space because there's no parking lot. There's some side streets to some rural areas, and so like you can park there, or a parking lot to some kind of building or something, In the description it said like you could possibly see some beautiful homes along the way and stuff like that. So I don't know if it is concrete all the way, but so far it is concrete, and it is a to and back trail, so like you don't like go in circles or anything, I guess. That's what it read. That's a to and back. There's been some decent reviews on it, what I'd read, and then of course some people who complain, but you're always going to find some people who complains about something on anything that you find reviews about. You can't get rid of the complainers. So, me personally, any place that's fresh to look at, I can appreciate, even if it's small. So this is going to be interesting. I'll turn the camera forward and kind of let you get a glimpse of what's ahead. The other thing that they had said was that there's a lot of major streets that you have to cross on this track, so we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera forward for you, and so that you can take a better look. So there's the rail line. Like I said, looks like it is still in use, even though they said that it stopped running in 1970. But now this is called the Cotton Belt Trail, and it was named so after the Cotton Belt rail line. So maybe it was the company itself, Cotton Belt Rail Line, that stopped running in 1970, but it's still used for commercial or whatever, But the Cotton Belt Rail Line itself must have shut down in 1970. But as you can see, it's definitely made for running. And even the signs that's back there at the main street reads that there is no train horn. So we'll just see what's what. The thing that I greatly appreciate about Texas so far, no matter where I go in Texas, there are always some kind of park, walking trail, walking track, whatever, for people to exercise. Always, no matter where you go. And that really makes it good, because that means at least there are some people who cares enough about their fitness, about, the exercise part of being fit. Whether or not they change their diet is something else, but just being able to walk, which is even good for cardiovascular at least. So it's just something I very greatly appreciate, that no matter where I go, there is some form of place that you can go walking. It's nice. I am approaching a street, so we'll see how hard it is to cross. Already walked half a mile. Okay, I'm going to hit it now. The traffic is easy. This is the one thing that the people complained about, that there are major streets to cross. Other than that wasn't too difficult. We'll see if there's another major street. They said there were several, so we'll find out. So far, there's really not much to see as far as a home, but this is kind of nice. Like right here, they provide you a bench with shading and a water fountain. And either you could tie your bike or whatever you want with those bars, in a little trash can. So that's nice. That's something. So they do provide little things along the way. It's not just something straight. I do hope I caught that, because there's the glare on my lens, and I couldn't see what I was filming. So I hope I got that for you. They did say that there really wasn't any shading. If I was to walk over here, like, I've still got the sun, but I'm in some shading. Unfortunately, I don't feel the comfort of it, but that's okay. It's not too bad of a day. It's not overly hot. Now, if this would have been while we was having the heat waves of over 100, yeah, there's no way. So I have walked on several trails that had no kind of shading or comfort. As I'd said before, the stretch along Ritchie Road is the hottest stretch to walk. So yeah, this isn't too bad. Anybody who's really into the workout, it's not bad. It's definitely easy terrain to jog or run on, if that's what you're into, and nice enough to bike. So yeah, here we're coming up upon another mile marker. So it's good that they put these on here, that way you know how far you've gone. Like, look here, at this point, if we'd be coming back this way, apparently it's counting down from this side, this way, counting up, coming back this way, counting down. Makes sense. Coming. It's a short train. It looks like it's just a passenger train. There's no cars on it. Cool. We have a lot of cloud cover today, so that's making it pretty nice. It's definitely not too awful hot, especially with the cloud cover. Provides quite a bit of shading, especially when the thicker clouds comes over the sun. The breeze is decent, which makes it comfortable. Give you a little bit of a view. Another road here. I'm not quite certain how far I'm going to walk. Hubby brought me here, so of course he's patiently waiting in the car, but I'm not certain how far I'm going to walk. He said, "You're not going to walk the entire 15.6, are you?" I said, "I'm not in condition to walk that yet." I don't know if that's 15.6 one way or 15.6. I have no clue. But yeah, I've not conditioned myself to walk 15.6. I can walk 8, but I think one time I might have barely hit 9, but I'm not certain. So yeah, not quite. Now this is fascinating. Here's a garage door with a fence right behind it, and like my question is, how would anybody back up and get out of there? Sure couldn't be for a car. Of course this is just one giant building, so maybe that's just to bring out carts or something. But it's actually a sign. At one time it was a warehouse. Probably still is, because here's old gateways right here. So maybe before they had made this into a track, at one time it's possible that maybe the trains would stop here and they would load off whatever was on the carts to this place right here. That's what it looks like it probably was, and it's still operational, but it's not doing what it once did with the rail line. That's my guess. It makes sense. Here we've got another mile marker, and we have now come to 1 mile. So yeah, I haven't even begun to walk yet. Not yet. I plan at least walking about 3 miles and then turning around. It's just according to if there's anything else to see other. So we'll just see what comes. This is interesting right here. I don't know what it was, but it's like in matching puzzle pieces. I have no clue. Maybe part of the road ran at one time. It was in correspondence to the rail line before they put the path in. That could be what that is. It's a smaller street. It's a 2-lane compared to like a 4-lane. So yeah, this one's not as bad. And it continues on. I see railings up here that looks like it could be a bridge, but I don't know. We'll see if it's a wood bridge or what. So far, this is interesting, even though it's a plain track. So far, it's still interesting. Got a creek. It's a little dried up, which isn't unusual for this time of year in Texas. It's flowing, but it's not as high as I'd say it normally flows. Here's what looks like either that's clay mud or it's cement. Anyway, that's different scenery. We have already come to 1.25, and as you notice, we're heading east. It's clean. There's no trash along the sides. Empty bottles or like snack wrappers. It's clean. You can certainly appreciate that. Not even graffiti. But what made me think about was there was one mark of graffiti, just one, and it was a straight yellow line. Other than that, yeah, people actually respects this. That's nice. Here's that supposed wooden bridge that the person complained about. Right here you can see this is new. This is all new for the roadway. They had mentioned on one thing that they was doing construction for the main way, for the main vein or whatever they had said. Anyway, I'm wondering if it was over the bridge, because that's brand new. So because they had said that the Cotton Belt Trail was temporarily closed because of the repairs. So I'm just wondering if that's what that was. That would make sense to close it down. We are now up 1.50. It's a lot of hiking. I'm not going to be going much further. The trip up here going south to north, it was okay, except for going through the Fort Worth area, which has got the tangle of highways to get from A to B to B to C to D to A, and I mean, seriously, it's as bad as trying to drive through Houston and Dallas. Sorry about that, I was startled. I was startled. Sorry about the jerk. Anyway, so yeah, but going up to the tangle of freeway to Fort Worth, and once you get past that tangle, it's not bad to get here. If you're coming from the north down towards south, I hope your passageway is even smoother and easier. As far as it goes, this system is not really my cup of tea as far as it goes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. For a lot of people, I'd say it's great. You know, the locals and stuff, they can appreciate it. But I'm one of those, I really prefer hiking on dirt trails that goes up into trees and hills and stuff. That's the kind of person I am. But I would at least recommend this place for people who's wanting to try out a new track, a good place to ride a bike through and stuff like that. I recommend it. It's the Cotton Belt Trail. The name of the place is something Hills. It's just above Fort Worth. Anyway, you'll see what the name of the place is on the title, as you had seen. So yeah, at least the name of it is on the title. it looks like it changes way. Oh no, okay, it just continues on. It kind of winds a little. So, yeah, this would be a good place for me to turn around, because basically it's just the same thing. Where you cross streets, you walk a very long cement track. But like I said, it's all good. It is all good. And yeah, so I'm going to turn around here. And yeah, by the time I get back to the road, because hubby parked some ways down on the highway, by the time I get onto the road, it will be a little over 3 miles. By the time I get to hubby, it'll probably be closer to either, I would say 3.5 miles that I'd walked. So that's not bad. I do wish that I was more conditioned so that I could walk the 15.6, but I'm not. So, oh well. It's still good. It's still all good. And I'm going to leave it at this. As I'd said, I would recommend this for anybody who's looking for a good long track that they can ride their bikes. And I hope that you enjoyed the little bit I showed you. I know there's nothing spectacular about it, but at least you get an idea. And I appreciate you guys. I do appreciate yous. Every one of yous are special. And I love yous. Have a great day.